Let's go back all the way to the beginning before the creation of anything physical or material began, and all that existed was formless energy. Think of Source as just a static field, and the feminine represents a disturbance in this field. This disturbance creates waves like ripples of water, which contain all of these possibilities and potentials for what can be created. These waves are what we call energy. The masculine is when this energy forms into a bundle called a wave packet in quantum physics, creating the appearance of something physical. The formation of a wave packet solidifies a creation in the physical, which eliminates all other possibilities. So imagine the feminine as this wave holding all of these possibilities represented by these dots, and then one option is chosen and becomes a particle of matter. In quantum physics, all fundamental particles that have been identified have a dual nature, meaning they have properties of both waves and particles. They have both the feminine and the masculine. Over time, they have become more and more enmeshed with the physical and have been shaped by physical environments to become what we know them as today. At a fundamental level, the feminine represents possibilities, and when it comes to our minds and how we think, the feminine has come to represent an openness to possibilities, ideas, and perspectives, which is why it can then represent receptivity, intuition, imagination, flow, and creativity. It also represents emotional openness, which means it can then represent empathy, compassion, nurturing, and love. The masculine represents the removal or restriction of options, ideas, information, or emotions in order to choose a specific path. The application of this in our lives can require logic, structure, reasoning, discipline, and boundaries to block out what doesn't serve us and take action towards what does. When we want to make a change in our lives, we must first become open to a possibility that is different from what we are currently experiencing, then understand where we want to go and how to move towards it through healed, guided, empowered action. As we do this, we are using our masculine discernment to reduce possibilities back to what is actually in our highest good and back to pure wisdom and truth. The masculine then becomes a restoring force, collapsing creation back to non-duality. It's like at the balance point between the two, when they are both being used equally, they cancel each other out and produce our true, divine, powerful nature,